It's how we some of that lofty poetry for you to go to sleep to. Just gonna zone out. I want you to relax. Understand all the different levels of your intuition and your mind and your time. That's why we on the ground with this. You know, life can have you on so many different turns and paths. You could be going one way and find yourself just making a sharp turn. Making a sharp turn, you just gotta learn. Well, you gotta learn your difference and your value of self. That calls for meditation. That calls for just the outreach. And it all starts at the beginning. And the beginning usually go a little something like this. It goes a little something like this. As a kid, I spent a lot of time alone. Just me and my imagination. But you see, as I grew older and met more people, you see, I slowly start to think with limitations. See, just because they tried, failed, didn't excel, you see, that don't mean you shouldn't dream, settle for simple things, and grow with the same story to tell. See, as a man, you gotta work. Sometimes get down in the dirt. Have tough skin, opinions hurt, but most importantly, keep God first. That's real. And stop thinking in reverse. See, that's why the past is the past. See, that's why legs move forward, not backwards. See, everything's temporary. You see, none lasts. But you can't be afraid to dream. You gotta think outside the box. Know your worth. Never settle for what you believe. Realize what that means. And that is to never stop. See, we all here for a reason. Everybody is the author of their own truth. But you see, what's more important is the lasting distortion that some been selling to the youth. See, you could be who you want. Time, place, position. Just keep your eye on the journey and don't forget the mission. Pay attention to your vision. Even if it gets blurry, you'll get your credit in the end. Just keep in mind that this is your story. So never be afraid to dream. Just don't stop while the world is moving. Baby steps. You the Malcolm and the Martin. So never be afraid to dream. Around the corner is your breakthrough. Never be afraid to dream. Watch where God and self-confidence takes you. Watch where God and self-confidence takes you. Never be afraid to dream. You hear me? Raptalk. You hear me? Never be afraid to dream. Never be afraid of your goals and your aspirations. Never be afraid of the positive things that stay on your mind. If some telling you to go, go. If your conscience telling you not to be in that certain area, that vicinity, that situation, go. You got so much more life ahead. You got so much more you could do if you put your mind to it. If you just really just channel in, I mean really channel in and just see your future for what it's worth. I mean, we experiment so much, we didn't try so much. We have so many different goals, we have so many different paths we take. Think about all the different jobs you didn't have. You probably thought you was gonna be there for a long time, or places you went to school. And you know, when you go and enroll in school and stuff like that, they give you options and they ask you what is you here for? Like, what is you doing, and what's your plans? I mean, upon entry, that's what they do. They basically sit you down and they ask you, like, why is you here and what you see yourself doing. In the course of that, of course, your feelings and motives can change. You do know that, right? You is free to change your mind. And that's something we do in life as a part of learning who you are. You change, you make decisions. There's certain things you'll get more serious about. There's certain things that you will dedicate your time to. You'll research. You'll put more effort in it. It's because you believe in it. It's because you want it. And when you want something, you have to go for it. The message today is just believe. It's so simple, but it's so heavy. I done seen so many people give up on their goals. I've seen so many people be distracted. I've seen so many people relying on results. And I'm going through it. And I'm going through it, y'all. I'm going through that point of worrying about results. But in the midst of that, I have to enjoy the journey. These moments like these, when I experiment on a video that's just in the dark like this and just want to focus on the message. If you're in a room relaxing, listening to this and laying in bed, I want you to have a clear conscience of just relaxing and understand that the stress and the things that is in your life cannot be. You can overcome it. You can overcome depression. You can overcome anxieties. You can overcome drugs. You can overcome alcohol, gambling, being promiscuous. It is help not only inside but outside. It is resources that you can tap into, people you can talk to. It is outlets. It is writing. It is self-expression. I mean, when you land in bed and hopefully you pray before you go to sleep. Hopefully you're in tune enough to know that it's a higher being than you. You do know that, right? No matter what you believe in, I hope you is that in tune to know that it's somebody and it's a force that's more powerful than these moments of us being alive and traveling through this world and time that we in right now. You do know it's something bigger than this, right? Something more powerful. What happens after this time is up? What's on the other side? I mean, do you think about that when you just lying there, relax? When you hear voices of people that have passed away, what level is you on? How in tune is you? Is that shit really, I mean, we know it's real. I mean, I know that shit real. But do you know it's real? Do you know when you hear certain phrases or sentences in life at certain moments, or in your dreams, when you see certain people that have passed away talk to you and give you certain signs and clues, as one may say, are those clues they're giving? When you hear certain things or somebody that passed away creep in your dreams and say a certain sentence or a phrase, I mean, it's some powerful shit. When you're in tune with certain things like that happening, I mean, but you have to be in tune with yourself to connect on a plane to even have conversations like this or be able to even understand it. Not saying that one is better or one or experience these things yet. When they happen in life, there's going to come a point to where you calculate it all up and understand that a lot of the things you were seeing and hearing was happening for reasons. It was happening for reasons. I mean, real vital signs that warnings, some were even warnings about people or phrases. I just feel like, damn, I feel like that happened before, or this happened already. They say it's deja vu, or they call it deja vu. If you believe in these things, if you understand these things, it can be much on the soul. But in the midst of all that, all the different things that you learn, not only do you learn a lot of things in life as you hear longer, but to be real with you and honest with you, you actually unlearn things too. You unlearn a lot of things. You have to unlearn certain things. And you're going to get judged. Because everybody do have a past, but some people is going to think you that same person or that old person that did certain things or experienced certain things. But you make the choice. Listen to me. The leaves come before the trees. Don't forget the roots. And everything has its beginning. That's what we learned as a youth. And the truth is, it ain't no shortcuts, just hard turns, roadblocks, detours, everything's hard earned. If the motto to follow was the same, there'd be no change. And there wouldn't be no reason for me to stay in my lane. But I maintain, study my peers, open my ears, listen what's being told, and I face my fears. Gears turned in direction for me to reach my highest. I do it for my people, because for my culture, I'm biased. Listen to me. Your seminars and workshops are not worth my time. I'll rewrite and research and probably start mine. I'm good with my hustle, my struggles, my image. Do what I love until God says I'm finished. I love what I do, so bullshit don't concern me. When it takes time and effort. So enjoy the journey. You must enjoy the journey. Raptalk. You better enjoy the journey, because you only got so much time left. And your journey is your journey. Remember that. Don't compare paths. Don't compare them paths. Your journey is your journey. Your time gonna be your time. Your moment gonna be your moment. When we talk about being in tune, which is a phrase I've been using a lot, definitely in this video, and some of my others, that whole being in tune thing, that's some powerful shit. That's some shit that just can't be explained. I mean, you can actually be standing in something. Listen, this how serious this shit is. You could just be somebody just dead right there in your face, just talking to you about something. And they could be just as serious and as passionate or whatever about whatever they talking about, trying to tell you something. And it's not even that you hard headed, but it's not you being disrespectful. But it's just certain words and phrases that'll just shut your whole system down. I mean, like when you hear it, it's like certain phrases you'll just hear it during amongst of a conversation that'll just flick you out the whole, tune you out the whole conversation. You can just look at you. It's like you can just see a mouth moving, and the person not even saying shit no more because you done checked out. That's that being in tune shit. That's that knowing who you are shit. That's that knowing that nothing can come between the vision. That's that just knowing that what you saying is just non and void. Like it's like where is your energy going? Like where are you in life and in meaning? Where are you? It's like what the fuck are you even talking about? And it's crazy sometimes how you can just be past a situation that's, I mean, I don't want to say a situation, you can just be past a moment that you're in. Like say for instance, if you're in a classroom or something and you know the class be over at 3 o'clock, but you sit in the classroom and it's about 2:30, but your whole spirit and mind and physically and emotionally, you feeling past 3 o'clock already because it's like your body in tune with being out that classroom already. You see what I'm saying? It's like even though your body is sit put still in that classroom at 2:30, but physically and mentally in your mind, you already moving at the pace of 3:15, 3:40, 4 o'clock. And it's like you ain't even there yet, but you feel yourself there living in that moment already. That's what some of us is at with our goals and in our life. Like we there already. Not only you can talk that shit into existence, you can feel that shit into existence. As if you in tune though. It's funny how I keep coming back to that. As if you in tune though. Friday night consist of energy of working. It ain't consisting of indulging or hanging out or chasing or you know. It'll consist of a whole different energy on a day while everybody else on tip, looking for the turn up, or as they say, getting lit. On a journey of wanting to go the extra mile, doing some extra work. Don't get me wrong, it's a time to squeeze in everything. Shit. I mean, we know how that goes. You make time for what you want to do and what you want in life. It's a reason that person became CEO. It's a reason why that one comedian get more advances and more moments than the other. Poets, etc., dancers, rappers, whatever your talent is. It's a reason some outshine the next. They ain't gonna be able to deny work. You can't deny work. I mean, you can do a lot of things, but you can't skip the work and you can't deny the work. It's just all about where the work's being seen. And is it in front of the eyeballs that matter? I mean, every eyeball matter, don't get me wrong. But it's some can be popular. But is you popular for the reason that you want to be popular? I mean, ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Yeah, you popular, all right. But you popular for making a fucking fool of yourself. You popular because you in character. And they're just waiting for you to pop and explode. That's what you really don't know. You ain't yourself. That's why there ain't no consistency in your energy and when you performing and when you doing certain things and when some of y'all be on these platforms, it ain't that consistency because you in character. You ain't in your original body. All them viral moments and shit y'all be chasing, that shit ain't gonna do nothing but frustrate y'all trying to chase that shit over and over again. This slow grind we on, man, I appreciate this shit. Cause it's moments like this, I'm just gonna look back and be like, God damn, remember I was just in that room, in that apartment, just in the dark, just speaking that truth. And it's like I was already here way back then when I was sitting up on them nights putting in work when people were just seeing the results and just wondering what I was up to because I was tuned in and tuned out, cutting people off and in the zone and in my own world because I saw something that some people did and some people didn't. And I knew what it took to get it to the next level and the things that I was gonna have to do. Some people didn't. When you in tune like that, you look at shit different. I mean, he just went there. Again, it goes back to that point where I tell you, like, when you're in tune, like, not only you can speak that shit into existence, you can feel that shit into existence. That's a different level. Definitely. But listen to me though. That viral shit, that's a moment. I kind of drifted off, but let me tell you about that viral moment, that so-called moment that you chasing. They gonna want you to get it. But then you chasing that shit. Respect that slow path. Respect that slow grind. Respect them 100 people that support you. Respect that 200 that turned to 500. Because them people that's with you from the core like that, them ones that's gonna be ride or die. See, it's a different value when people can see your progress. And whether you know it or not, that's what people want to see now too. They want to see it from the beginning. They want to see the process. They want to. Some do got the patience to dissect it and see it as it grows, because it make you feel like you're a part of the journey also. But if you place too much value in the validation of the whole validation of society and others, the same people that make you can break you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Frustration kicking in. You see, I was about to grab a drink or just sleep it off, but instead I picked up the pen. Thinking again what my future holds. The battle that's going on inside my soul, believing in myself and who's really in control. See, my heart beats to the rhythm of these streets. Violent news is the soundtrack. You see, I want to stay calm, but the order of being held back makes it hard not to react. Cause see, it ain't just the blacks. It's the wealthy capitalizing on poor citizens. We settle for less food injected with stress. Look at the conditions now that we're living in. Shit. Gotta be a strong brother to be legit and not do the other. Cause killing makes more killings, and right now these judges not passing out football numbers. And every day I discover something I was already supposed to know. In a ghetto, moving fast but going slow, but somehow steady going inside a circle. Cause see, the pressure can hurt you if your conscience ain't strong as your emotions. But having faith and understanding is the perfect potion. Bullshit. You see, now my thoughts became jaded. See, this ain't nothing to play with. My kid's sixth sense is now and got intense. So every move I make, step I take nowadays, I think about the consequence before the event. So that's why I stay sharp. The balance inside my heart. The good versus evil. And the ability to pick them apart. Know thyself. Know thyself. You have to know who you are. You have to know your balance. You gotta know your weaknesses. You gotta know your strengths. That's why at the end I say the good versus evil and the ability to pick them apart. You know them strengths and weaknesses. That balance a bad motherfucker. When you have that frustration, you gotta fight that shit. I mean, you gotta take it next level. It's all in your mental. At the end of the day, it's all about your decisions. The decision you make today is really the same decision miles away, years away. I mean, look how many years and already passed that was amongst you. How much stuff you'd have been through, how much stuff you'd have seen. All them different times you thought it was probably damn near the end. Or you thought it couldn't get no worse. Or it couldn't get no better. But actually, as time went on, it actually did both. It was moments when it got better and it got worse. Life is a roller coaster. Life is a journey. Life is a ride. It's like, for instance, if you're on a bus or something, it's steady different stops where people get picked up and people get dropped off. Kind of take me back to them days when I used to ride the bus. I mean, that was as a kid, that shit used to be it used to be so relaxing to me as a kid, just sitting in the window, just riding through different neighborhoods, seeing different people. And I'm just paralleling that to life and the experiences, because you would see different people walk on the bus, and at the same time, people walking on. That back door opening up too, and some people just getting off. It's like a never-ending thing, just back and forth, just some coming, some leaving, and that's just life. That's friendships, that's problems, that's everything is temporary in life. That's why I say in that poem, never be afraid to dream. Everything is temporary, nothing lasts. Even this physical form of life is temporary. You're here in the physical form right now. This is temporary. What they talking about. But to that initial point of just being on that bus and just, I'm knowing that when I'm riding on the bus, I'm riding through different neighborhoods. I'm knowing it's a different energy in each neighborhood that I'm passing through. As the driver just steady riding, I'm knowing. And I mean, and you will actually you can feel the change. I don't know if all y'all out there can do this, but it's like, you ever just be somewhere and you can just feel like, you could be like, this place got a different energy. Like this room and this place, it's a different energy up in here. For good or bad. But being in the ghetto though, you just seeing kids play, just seeing kids don't even know that they poor, they just having fun. They just, I mean, like when we was little, we would just make something out of nothing. Just out of imagination. We gonna get through the day. We gonna go outside. Before the street lights come on, we gonna get something done today. We gonna create something. We ain't got all the tools and all the pieces. We gonna find some wood in the alley and think to ourselves like we making us a toy go-kart, because we saw on TV some little white kids and had one. We saw a silver spoon, and this little nigga got a whole train in the house. I'm jealous as fuck. We see this shit. Like how this nigga got a whole train in his house. And we going outside and we gotta share a bike. We was gonna make it happen though. We was gonna have some fun. As kids, we gonna have some fun. We gonna have life. We gonna have imagination. We have distance. I mean, I just want you to just relax. While you tuned in, relax and listen to this before you go to bed. Just understand life has value. Life has meaning. It's all the experience and you living through it. I mean, you actually in the moment. You in the moment for real. There ain't no replay button, ain't no reset. This ain't no video game. Only starting over you can do is when you have another player. As far as like what they used to call that shit, we can get bonus players, bonus man. When you earn enough points to subconsciously have extra lives, you ain't got physical extra lives to like relive. But when you set your plan into a different motion, you actually giving yourself another shot. You giving yourself another chance to get it right. And that's one thing you can do. That's your extra man. That's your extra life right there. When you like, boom, this is my new start. This is my, you know. And like I told you in the poem the other day that I made, you ain't gotta wait the next year to do that. When it's a new day, it's a new time. Nah, you ain't gotta set for the new year, new me. As I say in the poem I made, y'all can go look that one up. That's one thing when you wake up with opportunity, when you wake up, that's another chance to get it right. That's another day. That's life. That's new life right there. That actual moment. Don't put that much pressure on yourself. That's what a lot of us do. When we bump our heads or when we make mistakes, fuck up, when we lose. Again, who's to say it's a loss? But on paper, some might consider it a loss. But it's really experience for you to get it right next time. But for you to have that experience to tell somebody else and save somebody else from being a victim. Again, if you're in tune like that, and that's where these messages come from in these poems and these writings and these commentaries. They all come from a place of belief. It comes from a place of experience. It comes from a place of imagination. It comes from a place to inspire. I mean, you got enough nonsense on these channels. The positive, it's going to take longer because we live in a world of hate and nature and fake news and big stories of names of snitching, bitching. You got so much you can turn to if you want that. It's a channel for it, but I ain't got it. I mean, you got the biggest stories right now. Everybody following these cases. You got these kids out here doing all this damage. I don't even know what these young kids, what these young rappers going through in these cases or whatever, I can't keep up. I don't know. I don't want to speak on it, but of course it's headlines. Do y'all want them kids free or do y'all want them kids locked up? I mean, which one is it? Which one is it? What y'all want? Y'all following these cases. Y'all speaking on it. You got the guy you got the dancing guy that supposed, well, I don't say supposedly, but it's saying he committed suicide, took himself out. From what I'm hearing, everybody say he was a nice guy and said he was very thoughtful. He like he had a lot of life inside himself. I never knew who he was. I never heard of him until he passed away. You know, I didn't know the guy. But as it comes across my radar, it's definitely a sad situation. It's like we live in a world where so many people, you just never know what they going through or what's on their mind and what they might need and what outlet they got. Because on one end, I'm just like, it's like, damn, like, okay, well, if he did do that and take himself out like that, I mean, you know, what type of energy was he in, or what was he trying to escape, you know? Y'all be looking at these people on TV or whatever and thinking they got it all. I mean, we all know that story. You all know money ain't the end all be all. It might can take care of some bills and all that shit, but money ain't just gonna clear your life with just straight up happiness. And Big told y'all more money, more problems. But I mean, of course it's gonna unfold. Now they saying dude left a note, all this stuff, so I don't know, you know? So I don't know. So obviously he wanted somebody to know what was on his mind before he passed away, took himself out. Even though it's still selfish, but obviously he knew something. Get back in tune, get in tune. Do what makes you happy. As long as it ain't at an extent to harm other people. It should be so tricky because everybody's happiness comes in different shapes and forms. And especially different moments of your life, your happiness can be different. You'll wonder why sometimes somebody could be rich as fuck and just want to live in the woods somewhere. To the average person, you might think something wrong with them. You be like, man, you got all this fucking money, you this, you that, and why you wanna? It ain't even gotta be off entertainment, but it's getting to a point in my life. I can just see that sometimes. I can just see how some people just be really want to do that shit and just be like being kind of away from the world. It ain't like on no. It ain't as crazy as like how we used to think. I don't even want to say other people. That's why I'm gonna put myself in the equation. It's like you get to a point you can kind of see what solitude can be. I mean, to the general person, they might think solitude is depression or sad or something crazy. Or they might think like, damn, if you want to do that, you must be crazy or you got to be going through something. But as you get older, you can kind of see that shit really can just be peace. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker want to live in the woods or live in the hills. I mean, of course you hear about the hills a lot because that's what a lot of rich people do. I'm talking about just an odd ass place, and you be like, what the hell, man? You want to live there or be there? But you might not know that's where a person might have visited sometime and just found peace. I mean, like, even for a person who didn't travel a little bit, I mean, I haven't traveled as much as I should or have. I haven't seen just nature, what's the word I want to say? Like, naturistic ass places and mountains and shit. I ain't been in no places like that to where I'm just like over a big ass hill and overlooking some mountains. I mean, like, I done been on some plains and looked down and seen, past the waters and trees, and you know what I'm saying? I'm flying over all that shit. But I ain't never just stood nowhere and just, how like on them screensavers and shit on the computer and shit, you look at it and be like, God damn, like how they take this picture? Or where was that? Like you would look at it and be like, man, this shit is beautiful, but you be like, I probably don't want to live here, but sometimes you can find yourself just getting captured in that little moment, in that one little picture or whatever, looking at that shit and be like damn, I can see how somebody might just want to just sit right there for a moment and just be at ease. It's kind of like water. I mean, water is more accessible to a lot of us, especially us here in Michigan. There's a lot of just water, just something everywhere. I mean, like here in Detroit and Michigan, like in Detroit, like we can just go downtown and just be by water. We can look at a whole another country if we want to within minutes and just stand by some water. So just think how relaxing water is. Why you think so many rich people associate water to their houses and mansions when they do get a little bit of change, or the value of just a house go up when it's water near around, because it's just nature and it's just relaxing, it's peace. Water can calm you, because it's like you just move and then looking at the waves and shit. It's a different type of calmness. And plus, and maybe I'm a little bit in tune with shit like that to a certain extent, because I'm a water sign, I'm a Cancer. I don't know if they got something to do with it, but like little different, little nature shit, little simple shit about peace. And think about peace of mind. I can see how somebody can just be like, damn, I want to just live in the woods. Like, remember you used to watch them old TV shows and the grandparents or the older person just would be sitting in a rocking chair on the back porch telling some stories and shit. Think of all the shit they done been through and seen. That's peace for them, And it goes back to my initial point. I was just saying, peace just come in different types of forms, I can see how happiness can mean different things for different people. Some people want to just be on a boat. Some people want to travel the world. You got people that sold their mansions and houses and just live out of RVs and just jump on the road and just park their shit somewhere, just some land that they never even been to before. They just GPS it and just, I would just watch some shit online. I was just trying to just look at something different. I was thinking like, man, there's people that actually do this shit, just got big ass RVs and live out of them. They convert them into houses. Like they didn't sold their house. They like, I don't want to just be stagnated and put just in one place just for all my life, just living in the house, paying, having $1 million house and it's in one place, but it's a whole world out here. So they like just sold their houses and they just, they just live out of like a big ass RV and turn that shit into 2 floors, all that shit. Shit is fascinating to me because it's just that's just a different type of mental when you can just do shit like that, or you had the passion, just the straight up audacity just to say, man, like I know I was born here and I live here, but this ain't all this for me. That's a powerful shit. Just make peace your peace. And as you go to bed and relax tonight, just understand that your path is your path, your happiness is your happiness. Don't be the one that have to prove or explain or if you got some type of energy around to where you gotta explain your every move or you gotta explain your notion, that's not the energy for you. That's not the energy you should be around. Happiness shouldn't have to be explained. It shouldn't have to be compromised. It shouldn't have your happiness shouldn't have to be forced on somebody else to make it complete to be happiness. What's for you is for you. You have to understand that. Because usually when it's a casket and there's somebody on the way out, it's usually only one person in there. Even if they do say it come in threes or however, or how life turned out. But just imagine how many people had paths and decisions that they didn't take just by being held back by their own mentality of overthinking or living for others when their path was already set out. About what to be said, they made certain decisions, sacrifices. Some of the people in your life right now, you don't even understand the decisions that they had to make to come up with them choices that you see. You might just see the outcome of what they had, what they did, but you don't even know the decisions or the things that they had to choose from to come up with that decision, to come to that conclusion, to do the thing that you saw, not knowing what they was up against, or the things they had to sacrifice to put it in motion. That's a different type of energy. That's a different type of frequency. Now just ask yourself, are you gonna be that one to just jump out there and do what you meant to do? Or is you gonna just live for other people? Or live for society? Or live for the image of others? I mean, really ask yourself that tonight as you just lay in bed before you fall asleep. That conscious decision that you gotta make day by day while being yourself in a world full of influence, a world full of haves and have-nots, a world full of people chasing the latest of the latest. I mean, do you still got your conscience? Do you still got your own mental in a world where every commercial is an influence to get your money? Every song is an influence to get you willed in to listen over and over. Every content creator. I mean, even as you listen to me, when you in tune, is you in tune for the value? Is you in tune for the personal being of the poetry or the message? Do you listen to it to gain from it? Do you listen to it to dissect it, or or not nice, or not wanted, or the thing is not real, or however, it's just so many things you can just do when you absorb information. Do you want a flaw to be in it when you listen to it? It's a battle for everything that you do. I mean, think about it, but don't overthink it. But you should overthink it. Just control, alt, delete, reboot the whole system. I mean, we definitely we at that point. It's just that initially, remember that control, alt, delete, shut down the whole system. It's like you want to be remembered everything you was taught, but it's like the whole world still trying to reprogram you at the same time. But when you got them values and when you was raised on certain shit, you just can't get rid of that because you know you in the middle. It's like I'm one of them niggas. I don't even want to say niggas. I'm one of them men. I'm one of them. I mean, it's still some of us out here who like in the middle of that know, we know the right from wrong. We know the values. We seeing the world switch and shift to an energy to where they weed not the free thinkers and the people that think for themselves, and it's damn near extinct, but it's still some of us left who think for ourselves. But how can we steady just exist in the world to where if we don't keep up with the times, we will get left back? It's like our conscience is powerful, but in the world that we in, if you don't keep up, you're going to get left back. You're going to be a dinosaur. You're going to be left back. So what do you do? What do you do in the world where influence is influence? What is you gonna believe in? What decision is you gonna make? Is it gonna be about the dollar? Is it gonna be about the conscience? Is it gonna be about the substance? Is it gonna be about the today? Is it gonna be about planning for the years to come? Or is it about putting a dent in this whole shit to where you just like confused? You fucked up. You didn't thought about it so much to where you didn't just crash. You had those people too. There's some people out here too smart for their own good. You have those too. That's a challenge also. You can be in tune with too much information to where you don't know what to believe in anymore. And you just crash and shut down. You be like I'm gonna just flip all this shit over. You just say fuck it all, you had those types too. I can't cover every ground tonight, but I will leave you with this message. Take care of yourself. Make yourself happy. Enjoy. Enjoy the journey. Understand you do have some time left. Understand you don't have to rush, but you can just have a process to get things done and enjoy your life on the level to where you don't rush, but you do know you're working towards something. That's happiness. Being in your own self, in your own shell, and moving at your own time, that's happiness. It don't have to be about financial. It don't have to be about more people. But take care of yourselves though. I get with y'all on the back end. Raptalk.